Hello YouTube, this is the Bucket coming at you today with my Kimber stainless target 2K11. This is a 2011. I know I'm not supposed to call them 2011. Staccato will get on my case. But this is a stainless steel slide, stainless steel frame, stainless steel barrel. It's got a carbon fiber Kevlar grip module. It's got ambidextrous safeties. It's got a crowned and fluted barrel, and then it's got lightning cuts here on the slide. Now they make a couple of different versions of this. The standard model and the original Target model had a metal grip frame, and then they've come out with this one. The story about how I got this is I went to Shields. I really wanted another Dan Wesson DWX, and I got it, and it ended up being a gun that just absolutely failed to return a battery. You can see the video that I've done on it. And I sent it off to Dan Wesson. They refused to do anything about it because they couldn't get the gun to do the same thing because they only ran under 200 rounds through it. And even though I showed them the videos of the gun failing, but you can watch that video. I ended up returning that gun because Curtis at Shields was awesome, and he goes, man, we want you to be happy. And so I saw this before the gun came back, and so I did some research on it, and I was really, really stoked about this particular gun. The gun comes with one 17-round mag and two 20-round mags. Now, these mags they're not compatible with Staccato, but I heard that they are compatible with Atlas mags, which is pretty cool. Also, the gun comes with an optic plate for RMR. It's got a CN. They're made by CNH. I looked at their website. They have RMSC. They have like kind of every footprint, but it comes with the Trigicon RMR footprint optic plate, which is awesome. It has a fiber optic front sight, and then it comes with this kit with everything that you need to change it out. Mine came with the green, which is what I would prefer. And then the optic plate does keep the rear sight, although I like on the Target models that the rear sight is adjustable for elevation and for windage, which is awesome. So it really seems to be a really awesome firearm. It's buttery smooth, and it just feels really good. It comes with a 3 to 4 pound trigger. I think mine out of the box is probably close to a 3-pound trigger. Look at this reset, real short. It is a great trigger. Now, is it the best trigger in the world? I don't know. I think it's on par with my Bull Armory, with my Staccato, with my DWX. I've recently picked up a Fusion Arms XP Pro. It definitely has a better trigger than this one does, although this has a nice trigger. Probably the Kimber is a little bit better than that. I do like the way the grip feels, and with this Kevlar carbon fiber, they put a really nice texture, and they really wanted to design it with the kind of slide serrations that come with it. It's an MJD CFK nylon grip frame, which is awesome. They put this gold barrel in it. I'm not usually one that is a big fan of stainless or big fan of colored, colored features on it, but I was kind of excited to have this one. I do like the fact that when you run it, you can actually still run the slide even with a magazine in it, which I know some are just super, super tight that you can't do that. I just think it's a great gun. It comes with a cardboard box, and then it comes with a range bag in it, which is kind of the new standard for, high-end competition guns. This is definitely a high-end competition gun. So the overall length of this gun is 8.56 inches. The barrel length is 5 inches. The width for me on my on the ambi safeties was 1.4 inches. The overall height with the 17-round mag is 6 inches, and the weight with an unloaded 17-round mag is 39 ounces. If you look on their website, it says it's 35 ounces. I think it says with an unloaded mag. I think they meant unloaded is 35 ounces. So, like I said, it's got the 17-round mags and then the two 20-round mags. I think this is an absolutely awesome deal. So, I found these online for $17.88. So when I went to Shields, they honored that price. Now I had to pay for the FFL fee, but man, to go out of a store and then go to a store that I know, if God forbid the company doesn't do what they're supposed to do, that, you know, that I'm going to be taken care of. This is just a really, really cool gun. And to be honest with you, I don't feel anything that is worse than a Staccato, yet it's a lot cheaper than a Staccato. And I like the stylings of it. I like the cool slide cuts that they put on it. I like the fact that this is an optic ready model that truly is optic ready. It actually comes with the optic plate, and I'm going to run an RMR footprint on it, so that makes me happy. I love the extended beaver tail, love the memory bump, love the texture of it. It's a really good gun. One of the other things that they have on it is that it has a toolless disassembly. So what you do is, after you verify that your gun is unloaded, you push in on the guide rod and you turn it counterclockwise, and you turn it all the way until you hear that click. Now, when you drop the slide, then you're going to need to push out the slide stop slide release. Now, because they wanted to make it flush, and you're going to get it right up till there, I find that my finger isn't long enough to push through on the other end. So while it is toolless in a way, I still like to have a pencil by, which I can actually get it out this time without a pencil, but I just have a pencil there for me if you need. That may be helpful. At that point, then it really is toolless. You can take out the recoil spring, and then you can see this beautiful barrel that it comes with. You know, it's just really fancy. It really looks nice. I love that it's crowned. It's got a really nice feed ramp. You know, just really high-end machining. It's just done really, really well. To reassemble the gun, you just do the same thing in reverse. And I like the fact that everything's the great part about the system is, if you haven't disassembled a lot of 1911s, this kind of makes it pretty idiot proof. Or not idiot proof, but it is just, if you aren't used to it, it makes it kind of nice. So let me see if I can get this on camera. Doing this through the camera sometimes can be kind of a little bit difficult. So once you get that in, it'll rest right there. You don't want to push on that too much. And then you just push back, line up like that. And then, trying not to idiot scratch your brand new $1,700 gun is nice. You're going to want to lock that back, and then you just turn it clockwise until you hear that click. And then when you drop the slide, you'll want to do a function check. Make sure that the gun is operating the way that it's supposed to. And you're ready for some more pew. I do think that that really is a good setup. I like the way that this operates the gun. You're going to be less likely to put an idiot scratch on your gun. Like I said, the first few times that you've done it, especially if you haven't ever done it, I would have a pencil ready for you. Now, as far as how the gun shot, the gun was an absolute pleasure to shoot. I was at range 54. I only put 100 rounds through the gun today. Just want to kind of put it through its paces. It was real smooth. It was very accurate, 100% reliable. I was running Federal 115 grain. Great very flat shooter, great impulse control. You know, it's got that blacked out rear, it's got the fiber optic front. I was in the bad bay today where they don't have very good lighting, so that fiber optic front didn't do me a whole lot of good. And you know, I know everybody loves the blacked out rears now. I am not a huge fan of blocked out rears. It was, all three of the mags ran great today. It was just an absolute pleasure to shoot. It was so much fun. It was a little off of the point of aim, point of impact today. This is 25 rounds at 10 yards. You can see it shoots a little up and to the left. You know, I understand. I would be willing to venture that with these kind of high-end guns that are optic ready, I think they know that everybody's just going to remove that rear sight and then throw an optic on it. So why spend a ton of money on making sure that everything aims to the point of aim, point of impact? Again, it's the old thud in me, but I kind of wish that it would have hit right where it was supposed to. That being said, it was pretty close. This is how she shot at 10 yards. I was aiming right about here, and it was still shooting a little up and to the left. But again, that's all in the 10 ring. I had one in the red. When I reached out to 15 yards again, I was shooting right about here. I got 3 in the 10, and well, I got 5 in the 10, but I got 3 in the red. Man, this gun was an absolute pleasure to shoot. I really enjoy it. Now, my gun did not come with a magwell, but that doesn't bother me. I don't like magwells. I think my hand fits better without the magwells. I understand why people love them. You know, it was just a great gun. I can't wait to get it out to the range. I'm going to put more rounds through this, but this was a good unboxing, first impressions, and first shots video. I do want to thank you so much for supporting the channel. All the likes, the comments, the shares are really appreciated. And as always, you stay classy, YouTube.
I learned a lesson. Never half-ass two things. Whole-ass one thing.